We will present to you the challenges we have faced to blend in with the outskirts of Villeneuve-d'Ascq and the agricultural aspect of this place. We want also to present to you the construction project for Villeneuve-d'Ascq and this area in 50 years. It will be a great challenge.
To better understand this project, we first looked at this space that is Villeneuve-d'Ascq and we wondered how to make it an attractive place in 50 years. Well, we understood that Villeneuve-d'Ascq is already an attractive town that brings together different groups, and that is one of our goals, to re-establish links between different social groups.
This is a visual representation on a map. We have divided into 5 different categories, from outdoor facilities, buildings, commerce and shops, green area and resources. We have focused on having the living area on the polluted land, whilst having a co-recreation and co-farming area on the non-polluted land. La Distillerie is located between farming land and the futuristic town of Villeneuve-d'Ascq. Since the Second World War, the land has been used as a road border between France and Belgium. 3 strengths are, first of all, it's considered the greenest municipality in France. Second, it's the flat land with rich biodiversity and a strong commitments of depollution, and it has a booming.
Our stakeholders have a common point. They believe in a more sustainable and sober way of life and are willing to invest and work for it. They are the ones already building and contributing to the project, our targeted community, startup or initiatives as partners, and financial stakeholders.
The donut economics model by Kate Rawood addresses the challenge of meeting the needs of all within the limits of planet Earth. It refers to the planetary boundaries concept and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Several cities like Amsterdam are already implementing the idea of donut economy. Applying the donut means trying to translate the different ecological and social dimensions into real-world practices. For instance, biodiversity loss can be addressed with beekeeping on wildflower meadows and our vegetable garden with old and seed-resistant crop varieties, which also addresses the social dimension of food by providing healthy and tasty vegetables. The idea is to build different co-living units, thinking as much outside the box as possible, to integrate what people might need to feel at home, to meet their needs, and to have all what determines and enables a good and sustainable life close by. Thereby, we can also approach our vision of reunification of society and nature.
We use the BREEAM and LEED methods to assess the environmental and social impact of our buildings. To give some examples, we want to build CO2 neutral houses using eco-materials. We will favor recycling, create gardens, take into account health and well-being, and conduct a life cycle analysis in order to measure carbon emissions.
We want the distillery to be an open-air sports hall where everyone can practice physical activities. And for that, we will provide several green spaces that allow and incentive well-being and sport practices.
We are planning to build the following constructions. For co-housing, we will build tiny wood houses. A co-working space will be available for residents and external people. A co-culture building will be dedicated to culture and community. And finally, we will implement a co-health building.
Living in a more sustainable way implies having proximity shops and commerce. We thought about do-it-yourself reparation places, laundry machine places, or zero-waste grocery. And we also want to reinforce social interactions by building cafes, restaurants, and bars.
A large part of the area will be renaturalized or designed near nature. There will be parks for recreation, including forest-like areas, wildflower meadows, and sunbathing lawns. Moreover, one area will be dedicated to co-farming, with agriculture oriented towards permaculture and organic farming practices.
we will deal with resource management in a holistic approach, and we will base ourselves on the Amsterdam model, and we will also conduct a partnership with Chloe for the outside lighting of the nuts of Villeneuve d'Ascq, which will allow us to use renewable resources.
In order to promote our project, we will organize an RT event, the Donut Festival. It will be our way to foster our future community, creating a funny and interesting event on the side of the distillery. Thanks to the various stands and activities around topics such as agriculture, the sense of community, or the environment, people will be able to understand our project and to get involved in it.
We are going to manufacture all the components of the houses in a factory and then assemble it on site in order to reduce the time and resources which are needed for construction and to increase our returns on investment. A big project such as this one costs a lot of money to be carried out and needs to generate enough revenue and also needs to be financially feasible. Our calculations for the different segments allows us to estimate the payback of the project to be of about 16 years.
Challenges are the potential issue that we can face in the near future, and also we want to understand them better so that we can tackle and provide solution to them. Also, we want to provide solution directly addressed to these points, and we will need to understand the stakeholders of all these challenges.
The business model canvas helps to get an overview of our project. If you're interested in getting to know more details, please feel free to have a look in our report, and do not hesitate to contact us. We are welcoming all your questions.